the fresh start isn't necessarily going to mean that all of life's circumstances change. Life is going to go through its seasons in the year ahead. It just inevitably will. And I'll come back to that idea of the seasonality of life in a few minutes. And we can still see things differently. We can still learn to see things differently. Here's a piece of Christian New Church theology that says, faith is spiritual sight. Now, what a beautiful place that is to begin. So it's interesting, right? Like a lot of the time, I want to stand firmly in a place where faith is absolute certainty and knowledge of all things, and everything lines up, and there's all these codes, and faith will help me break the code. And then life will be perfect. But the reality is that's not how life works. Faith is not a code. Faith is tools. Clearly, it's tools. But it's not a code. It's not like there's some secret code out there we're trying to decipher and break that will all of a sudden make life just simple and beautiful. This is real important. Vision will cut both ways. I think oftentimes it's easy to see vision is that the only vision we can really have in our life, it's got to all be positive. It's got to all be upbeat. Where we end up being, as I can be sometimes, incredibly off-putting in our optimism, if that makes sense. And it doesn't mean pessimism is the answer. That's making it a binary choice. It's not that. It's the idea that if we really have vision in our life, we're going to be open to two things. Listen to these two. We're going to be open to two things with vision. We're going to be open to heartbreak. We're going to be open to heartbreak. Just imagine, folks, the non sequitur of a church or a synagogue or a mosque that was totally not open to heartbreak. I think you understand, how that just doesn't work. So we need a vision of life that will allow us to see the parts that aren't working and to lament those, to have sadness around those. Sadness, as is often said, is a marker of how much we care. And then it also has this other beautiful part of possibility. Somehow, when we have this vision, a vision that comes out of faith, and that's so beautiful, right? This vision that comes out of faith. I think we need to fully expect our hearts will be broken. And I think we need to fully expect that we're going to see possibilities all over the place. That's interesting, right? That view that there's this list of things, and if I do this full list, I'll be healed. But here's the problem. It's your list. Here's the problem. It's your list. That's not God's list. How do we just lean in there, folks? And it's not just something I think we ask individually, what's the possibility ahead of us? I think it's something we ask communally. Because there's no better way to figure out these answers than together. So, New Year's resolution, what is possible in 2022? Amen.